Hello and welcome. My name is Charlene Smith. It is match day 2 score predictions for the Premier League fixtures, which is taking place, and I am here to predict the scores for this weekend's games. Thank you to all of you for joining. Thank you for your patience as well. I can see that you guys have been sitting here patiently waiting for my arrival. You guys know how it is. I was over on YouTube. But thank you so much to everyone for joining. And as always, it's always a great pleasure to do these streams and be joined by you. As you do know, we did do some predictions last week. Myself and Ashoke did predict the results for last week's Premier League games. So we will be going through those results to see what the scores are. The person with the lowest amount of scores will have a forfeit. And I would like you guys, the audience, to decide what that forfeit is. You can start putting your suggestions in the comments right now. We will also be predicting this weekend's fixtures. So yes, exciting show ahead. I am going to whiz through some of your comments before we get started. So big up to Cameron saying, hello, Charlene. I am a new fan here. I have liked and subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much, Cameron. It's so lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining. It's always a great pleasure. What team do you support? I can see that you've got Ivan Toney as your display pick. You've also got a B there. So I'm assuming you must be a Brentford fan. Big up to King Gunner, who is clearly an Arsenal fan. How are you doing today? I'm doing amazing, thank you. I feel like this week has gone by so quickly. Does anyone else feel like that? Nonetheless, I'm obviously excited because, you know, we get to watch football. So definitely excited about that. But how are you all doing? Aston Villa versus Arsenal game, Premier League match tomorrow, Charlene. It definitely is. And I'm feeling quite excited about this. Obviously, Aston Villa did do the Premier League double over us last season. I personally was heartbroken when Aston Villa did beat us at the Emirates Stadium because I feel like that game, in a sense, was a title decider, you know. Had we have won that game, we would have been, you know, in a much better position to win the Premier League. So that game was, you know, devastating. So I'm really hoping that this season we'll do the Premier League over them. You know, it's revenge time. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are always so pleasant with your comments. So thank you. Good evening to Ashoke, who is saying, good evening, Charlene. How are you tonight? Are you ready to see who has the forfeit? I am ready. Yes, I'm ready. And I'm just hoping and praying that it isn't me. I don't want it to be match day 1 and I'm faced with a forfeit. I can see that you guys are getting some score predictions in already, which I love. King Gunner is going for an 1-0 Arsenal win. Thank you so much for your compliments. Hey, Shah, my score prediction for tomorrow is, 3-1. I like that. I'm assuming that is to Arsenal because from my understanding, Tyrone is an Arsenal fan. Saka to score the goal. I mean, that would be amazing. And it's definitely something he's capable of doing. Big up to Mr. AG7, who is greeting me and going for a 1-0 Arsenal win. Hello, Charlene. I have liked and subscribed. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing to my channel and for liking this video. You guys know that, yeah, it's a great appreciation when you guys do come on here and support my channel. So it's great. Thank you so much for that support for sure. Big up to Shay Arsenal saying big up. MA is saying, we miss you on AFTV. Do you know, I get so many of these messages, you know, when I see you guys, you know, on the roads, you know, you guys are saying you miss me. I will be back. I'm just not sure when. Big up to TV Wrestling saying, hey, Charlene. Hey to you. Big up to Louis Williams. Easy, Charlene. Arsenal will beat Villa tomorrow. Oh, mate, I really do hope and pray so. Hello, Charlene. I hope you're all well, liked and subscribed as always. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. You know, J1 Johnson will be here to remind you all about that. You guys are putting in what your forfeit should be. Ice bucket challenge. I really do hope this is a forfeit for a shock. Did anyone see my ice bucket challenge that I done? I done an ice bucket challenge a couple of years ago, and it was literally a basin and some ice. And everyone was like, "Well, I done it when I had a forfeit from Doug," and everyone was like, "That's not an ice bucket challenge. Like, where's the water?" But my understanding is it's ice in a bucket that gets poured over your head. Make sure you big up to Izan letting you guys know. Make sure you like up the channel. Make sure you like the video. Big up to Charlotte Smalls, our West Ham regular fan on here, saying big up my girl, loving the fit, Charlene. Oh, thank you so much. Can you see? I made a little effort for you guys tonight. It's Friday night. This is where the party's at. So, I thought I'd look the part. No, I'm joking. I just fancy putting this on today. Not going anywhere. What is everyone up to tonight? It's Friday night and you guys are here joining me. I actually feel really special that you're joining your Friday night with me. Is anyone out? So it's Friday night in the UK. I know some of you guys are based in other countries, but what is everybody doing on Friday? Let me know where you are tuned in from as well. If you are putting your flag in the chat, do put the name of your country. You know how it is. Izan, Arsenal getting smoked tomorrow. What? Mate, I don't know about that. We're going to smoke Aston Villa. Big up to Raging Demon saying, Wagwan Shah. Wagwan Michaji. Awayase. Premier League game match tomorrow. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Big 3 points incoming. Premier League game week 2. Oh, so Shay Arsenal is sharing all of his score predictions with us. So he's predicting game week 2. So Arsenal to win 3-0, Man U to win 2-0, West Ham to win 2-1, Leicester to win 3-0, Liverpool to win 3-1. I hope I'm saying this the right way. I think I am. Chelsea to win 3-2, Southampton to get a 1-1 draw, Tottenham to get a draw, Ipswich 3-2. Wait, Ipswich are playing Man City, and Newcastle 4-1. Thank you for sharing your predictions with us. Big up to Stacey from Atlanta. Shout out to all of our family over in the States. GA, go Arsenal. Let's go, baby. Arsenal to win. James, shout out to you all from Kenya. Big up to all of our Kenyan family. Izan is an Arsenal hater, saying Watkins to get a hat trick. Big up to Stacey for sure. Villa cost Arsenal the title. They definitely did. So it's revenge time. Big up to Karim, who is a gooner from Kenya and is predicting an Arsenal 3-1 win. Big up to our Kenyan family. They cost us the championship. What team do you support, Stacey? Let us know. Beautiful, Charlene. Oh, thank you. You are definitely sharing me with comments tonight. I'm buzzing for the game tomorrow. I hope we get the job done. Fully focused from start to finish. Listen, we definitely need to fully focus. We know that Aston Villa is not a team to take lightly. Their manager is Unai Emery, and he knows how to win. Yeah, he done it in both fixtures last season in the Premier League against Arsenal. So we need to make sure that we are switched on, fully focused, and we need to make sure we get the 3 points. It's too early to be dropping points. I mean, ideally, I don't want to drop any points this season, but Aston Villa is a team that we need to beat. And we're on 19 likes, well, up to 20. Keep those likes flowing in. Always looking amazing. Love your stream. Oh, thank you so much, Louis. I really do appreciate you and everyone else supporting, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the stream. I did actually want to get in a few more streams this week, but it's been absolutely busy. So I haven't had a chance to, get in any more streams. But there's always so much to talk about. And when we do get started on these streams, it's almost as if we never want to leave. But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in another stream. But here I am today. And that's what matters. And I'll be back again tomorrow. So you get 2 streams in a row. Liverpool fan here saying, "Come on, Villa, ruin her weekend for me, please." Liverpool fan, whatever. Hello, Charlene. We are top of the table, but not until we play scary Arsenal. Well, enjoy it there because you ain't going to be there at the end of the season. So enjoy it. Big up to Jude. Thank you for joining us. Raging Demon, big up my man. It's nice that you guys are showing love to each other in the comments as well. Yusuf is saying, I see Aston Villa winning this game. And why is that? Why do you see Aston Villa winning this game? Is it because they was able to do it last season? Do you feel like, well, yeah, they're just going to keep, beating Arsenal? What is the reasoning behind that? Hope you win the league too, Charlene. Like the stream too. Big up to Jake. Jude, sorry. Thank you so much for supporting, liking the stream. And I really do hope we win the league as well. So thank you. I got a feeling that we are, but I have that feeling every season. But surely, third time lucky, it's got to be our season. We've come so close in the past 2 seasons. Surely this time is our time. Unai Emery, do something for me again. Hi, Shah. Big up to Abdul Razak, who is a Chelsea fan. And, just throwing a bit of shade. Don't worry, we can handle it. Like the video, everyone. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are really supporting. I really do love this. Hi, Charlene. I've subscribed. Not an Arsenal fan, but I expect a 2-1 for Arsenal at Villa will be a tough match. Big up to Joe B. Thank you so much for subscribing and for supporting. And I'm loving your score prediction. I totally agree with you. It is definitely going to be a difficult game tomorrow, but we should be able to get the job done. So thank you. We are up to 23 likes. I got a forfeit for myself. Share that with us. What is the forfeit that you've given yourself? I would like to know. Hello, Charlene. Hope all is well. We are in a relegation battle this season. What? What are you talking about? Wagwan Madani. All right, guys. Let's see. All right, so you guys are sharing, Charlene, ice in a bucket. That's what it's called. All right, so you guys, I did ask, what are you guys up to tonight? And you are actually sharing that with me. So Tyrone is going out with his mate. Enjoy. What sort of outing are you doing? Are you going clubbing? Are you going cinemas, restaurants? Like, spill the beans, baby. I'm sipping some brandy and coke. Okay, sounds like you're getting lit tonight. Mr. AG is based over in the USA. Big up to our USA family. Elliot is doing what I would love to be able to do right now, running. I miss running. I really, really cannot wait to get back into running. Listen, enjoy your run. Cherish every moment while you're running because there's people like me who wish they could be out running, and unfortunately, I'm not able to. So cherish that moment and don't take it for granted. We are going to get into predictions pretty soon, so just bear with us. Raging Demon is saying, I'm going to a party my cousin is throwing at our family pub tomorrow evening. Big man rave. You get me. Big up to Raging Demon. I hope you and your family have an amazing time at the party and get lit. Charlene, I'm super nervous for tomorrow. I think we're getting smashed. Nah, man, don't be nervous. We ain't getting smashed at all. Stacy is an Arsenal fan. Thank you for confirming. All right, straight up Ghana. Ya done know. Love that. I hope you win the league, though. I have liked. Thank you. Shay Arsenal is from the United Kingdom. All right. What's this? Emery, a bad man, we should have gave him more time. Yep, as we do know, Unai Emery was previously the Arsenal manager just before Mikel Arteta. Yeah, Charlene, you're right. Emery is a better. I did not say he's a better manager. Do not twist my words. I definitely did not say that. Mikel Mourinho, welcome. Arsenal, welcome. Has that been announced? Let me just quickly check. Oh my God, sorry. I'm just checking Mr. Ornstein to see if that has been confirmed. So, little update on transfers. So, it is reported that Fabio Vieira will be probably going out on a loan for this season to Porto. Ooh. How are you guys feeling about that? Do you feel like that is the right move for him? I mean, as a player, he wants to be getting some game time, so I feel like that is a good move for him. I have got TikTok and my name is Charlene Smith. So do follow me on there. What's up with Doug? Doug has been really, really busy. So that's why he hasn't been featuring on the show just yet. I do hope that he will be back soon. Hopefully it's a good evening for Arsenal. It will be. Mikel Mourinho. We're all waiting for that to be announced. 31 likes. Love that. All right. Question here. What's everyone's thoughts on Raheem Sterling? So we do know that it was reported that Raheem Sterling, there's some interest on him potentially coming to Arsenal on a loan move. Let us know what your thoughts are on this one. We do know that he wasn't included in the Chelsea team in the game last week, which, I was quite surprised about. He wasn't named on the starting 11 and he wasn't on the bench. My understanding is that he has trained separately this week as well. And, he wants a move out from Chelsea. That is what I have read. So, Raheem Sterling, does anyone want him to come to Arsenal? Do you think that is something that could potentially happen? We do know that Mikel Arteta did work with him when he was at Man City. So, what are your thoughts on Raheem Sterling and Arsenal? J1 Johnson saying, hello, Charlene. I hope you're all well. Smash the likes for my beautiful girl, Charlene. Thank you so much. I'm good. Thank you, J1. How are you doing? It's great to have you here. What's your Friday night looking like? Charlotte doing Charlene's 28-day challenge on a Friday night. I absolutely love this. This is got to be the best thing to do on a Friday night. Taking care of your health and well-being. You did mention last week that you was participating in the challenge. How is it going? How are you finding the exercises? Let us know. And I'm so happy to hear this. This is amazing. Stacey's asking what happened to Sterling. Not too sure what happened as to why he wasn't included in Chelsea's squad last week. But, it has been reported that, he does want to move away from Chelsea. So let us know your thoughts on that. All right. I am going to, there is so many comments. So I'm just going to skip down to the bottom. So we're up to date with what is being said. So Chelsea boy, who is clearly a Chelsea fan, is saying that Raheem should go to Saudi, saying that Arsenal isn't what Raheem is not something that Arsenal need. Any more comments? Elliot is saying, Charlene, his quality is misunderstood at Chelsea and we don't know how to treat players, which I can agree on if I am totally honest. We saw the same thing with Kai Havertz. Prior to going to Chelsea, Kai was an amazing player, went to Chelsea and it didn't really quite pan out the right way for him. He's come to Arsenal and he is a rejuvenated player. Same with Mudryk. There was so much hype and excitement around Mudryk. He went to Chelsea. You don't really see the best from him. Raheem Sterling. again, another great player, England international coming from Man City. I think he's been doing okay at Chelsea. You know, when he does get minutes, it's been a bit hit and miss, really, in terms of how much game time he gets. Because sometimes he will start games, sometimes he comes off the bench, and it seems that Chelsea doesn't really have a solid starting 11. So I think that goes for a few of the players. You know, sometimes they're starting, sometimes they're on the bench. But when you do see Sterling play, you do see him make an impact. He scores some beautiful goals, some absolute bangers, which, you know, if he was at Arsenal, he scores those type of goals that excite you. So I'm sure if he was to come to Arsenal and be working with Mikel Arteta, it would be a great addition to the team for sure. He's definitely a great player, can score goals, can impact games. He's got a relationship with Mikel Arteta. So I feel like he will definitely, it will definitely have a positive impact on him as a player. There is something to sort of question though. We know he is on pretty high wages at Chelsea. What would the wages be like if he was to come to Arsenal? Number one, would it be a loan move? Would it be a permanent move? If Arsenal only wanted him on a loan move, is that something he'd be willing to do? And also, what would the wages be like? I mean, we are known to sort of pay quite high wages. We have, you know, got rid of a few players who have been on, you know, substantial wages. So it'd be interesting to see how this all materializes. We are up to 39 likes. Love that. Elliot is saying, I think Arsenal should buy him. A invisible man. I clearly read AI everywhere. We can do with Sterling to relieve Saka. And the good thing is, because Sterling is a good player, he's an experienced player as well. You know, it wouldn't be a massive drop off if he was covering for Saka. And I believe he could play on the left and the right hand side as well. Raging Demon is saying, if we get Sterling, I'll be gassed. It sounds like quite a few of you are agreeing with Sterling coming to Arsenal and are liking the idea of having him at the club. We're up to 40 likes. Love that. Charlene, as a Chelsea fan, I can tell you after Palmer, Sterling was our best player. I would also like to know as well, Elliot, what do you think is the issue as to why, you know, he's just sort of been phased out? My understanding is that he did participate in pre-season. So why has it now come to this? Let us know what you think your thoughts are on that. Plus, he would be at the right environment at Arsenal, Charlene, with a world-class manager like Mikel Arteta. He definitely will be with a world-class manager for sure. And he will be with, you know, such amazing talents as well, you know, in terms of like the dressing room, all the other players, the discipline, all the progression that we've made at Arsenal. Plus, we're, you know, fighting for that Premier League title. We do know that he has won that. So, you know, it'd be great if he could come and help us with that. Charlene, I think he would lower his wages as Arsenal will probably win the league and Champions League. Can you imagine winning the Premier League and the Champions League? And, you know, Sterling does come across as that type of player who wants to be at the team that is winning things, you know. So, yeah. Start timber tomorrow, says Melissa. Big up to Melissa, who is an Arsenal fan. Vinicius Sterling, Raging Demon, is excited by this idea for sure. Vieira has left on loan, so there's talk of a winger coming in. And obviously, you know, we do need someone to fill in for Saka as well. In the States, we're not informed the same stories about soccer. So thanks for the update on Sterling. Big up to Stacey. I'm glad that you can come here and get the updates and be in tune with everything that is sort of happening with how the transfers are progressing, as well as, you know, discussing the Premier League fixtures as well. Elliot is saying Charlene Saka is the best winger in the world. I mean, we all know that for sure. Yes, but he can't play every week, which is true. I mean, he can play pretty much every week, but there's always that nervous bit about, what if he picks up an injury? What if he's unwell? You need to have backup. And not only that, if he's playing in the Premier League, we can't expect him to play every Premier League minute, every Champions League minute, as well as the cup games. It's just a lot to ask, especially when he's doing it, season after season. Sterling is the perfect backup for Arsenal, and he can play both wings. We do see him predominantly play on the left-hand side while he's at Chelsea, but he can cover both sides. And that is something else that Mikel Arteta likes as well, that versatility. We know that Trossard can play both sides as well. Who are we getting in to replace Fabio Shaw? Who would you like? Do you know what? I have mentioned players that I have had an interest in previously. The likes of Leroy Sané is someone who excites me. Again, ex-Man City player. The links to Sterling at present, I mean, that is another great player who, like I said earlier, is experienced. So, I mean, this would be a good option. I'm quite open-minded as to who we bring in. I feel like the business that we do in the transfer windows with the players that we do have come in have proven their worth and proven why they have been selected to come and play for Arsenal. So I do trust whatever Arteta and Edu and everyone else is doing behind the scenes in terms of getting versatile players, getting players that are good quality at a good age as well. And it's a good balance of having some players who are that bit older and have that bit of experience, as well as the youth players as well, who are learning and progressing. So it's not just about what we're doing at the current present time, but it's also for the future. As they grow, they're going to grow the Arsenal way, grow and get that sort of experience. Do you guys sort of understand where I'm coming from? Nico Sterling, Raging Demon. All right, so you guys are asking, what was your game week 1 score on Fantasy Premier League? I thought that was going to be the score prediction. Right, so I actually got 52 points. What did you guys get? And I did share with you guys last week the mistake that I made. So I didn't actually select my captain. It just automatically selected a captain for me. And then by the time I had realized, I couldn't change it. But obviously my captain would have been Saka, who got man of the match. So, had I have selected him as my captain, I'm sure I would have got, a good amount of points. But I got 52 points, which is okay, I guess. But I have done my team for this week as well. And let's just see what happens. What did you guys get? Does Sterling press well? You have to press to play up front with Arsenal. With Sterling, he has got pace and he does score goals. In terms of his pressing, I think he does like to sort of run in behind. If there's a Chelsea fan who could give us a bit more insight into how he plays, then do share that with us. They say his family are settled in London. So that's also another thing to factor in, when players are making moves in the transfer window. It's about their current living situation, their family situation, going to another club. Are they going to have to uproot, if it's a different country, are they going to have to uproot their family and all of that and move them? So there is quite a few things to factor in. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Just a week left in the transfer window. So it'd be interesting to see the business that we do get done. Excuse me, guys. I am enjoying some lovely coffee. I must say my coffee machine has been doing overtime with me being at home. So Ultimate Gooner is saying, Charlene, you like Sterling as a player. That's okay. Don't try and force him on us with past the times of signing deadwoods or rejects from another club. We only need good players in prime. Come on, you Gunners. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and opinions with us. I personally don't like to call players deadwood. I think that just sounds a little bit cheeky. Rejects from another club, again, not really a terminology that I would like to use, but I do understand the point that you're trying to make. The fact that, we do tend to get a lot of ex Chelsea players. I do totally understand that. In terms of Sterling, I feel like the performances that I have been seeing from him have been pretty decent performances. He's been scoring some sick goals, some really good goals. And I don't feel like he's sort of past his prime. I feel like he's at a pretty good age. I think he's about 28, 29. So he's still at a pretty good age. He's still got the pace. You can see he's still got the drive and the passion for the game as well. But I understand maybe your preference is to get someone a bit younger. But like I was saying, it's good to have the balance of having some young players as well as some more experienced players as well. So I do feel like he is still of good quality. Melissa is saying, I saw you walking in Holloway a couple weeks ago with crutches. I think it was Leverkusen. Your leg gets better. Big up to Melissa. That was actually me that you saw going to that game. And I was on crutches. That was, quite early on into my injury. I am still on crutches as well. However, when you saw me, I was also wearing a special boot as well, which I am now out of. So I've taken the boot off. However, I am still using the crutches. And I must say, has anyone used crutches before? It is a bit of an effort. When I first started using them, I was thinking, well, thank God I've got some upper body strength because, this is taking some work on my upper body and my core to use these crutches. You definitely do go at a slower pace. Normally, I'm the type of person who gets to games super early. And I actually got to the game about 5-10 minutes late. I did get a bit of a piggy bank for a short part of my journey as well. But yeah, that was definitely me that you saw in Holloway with crutches. Big up Stacey Van Diva. Hope you're all well. I do love that you guys show so much love in the comments. I love this. So still talking about Sterling, Charlene, he can play every week, but what if he gets an injury? I'm not doubting his ability because I think he's the best winger in the world. Big up to Elliot. Thank you for sharing that. Is Sterling the type of player who is quite injury prone? From what I've seen, he looks like he's normally quite fit, but you just never know when injuries can occur. I didn't think I'd be sitting here right now with an injury for sure. I'm meant to be running in a marathon in 10 days time, which I'm not able to due to injury, which I must say I'm really, really upset about. One of my mates did actually message me and say, oh, Charlene, are you still going to come down and just support at the marathon? And I was like, I'm not sure yet. Obviously, I need to see how my foot is, the progression that I've made. And also there's the other side of me of, I know I'm going to be so heartbroken thinking I'm meant to be running in this, there's that mental aspect that we also, need to factor in. And I know I'm going to be gutted and probably think, can I just take part? I don't want to be on the sideline. I want to be there running with you guys. Maybe I could just, walk the marathon with my crutches or something like that. Stacey saying we have Reece Nelson. We definitely do have Reece Nelson, who is a player who I really do love. I think he is such a great player. He has been linked with a move away from the club. Not really sure how that's progressing. There hasn't, from what I've seen anyway, there hasn't really been too many updates on that. But Reece is a great option, to bring off the bench for sure and to play in cup games. But I guess for a player, again, I always try to understand it from the club's perspective as well as the player's perspective. he hasn't really been getting that much game time, and he's at, a vital age now where he wants to be playing football. It's not just about sitting down and collecting a salary. You want to be playing football. So yeah, I could totally understand. Izan is asking, would you take Sterling at Arsenal? With all the points that I have highlighted about Sterling, he is a player that I would actually take. Like I said, he has got experience, he can score goals, and his quality, he's still got quality, and he's quite pacey. So he is a player that I would take. Sterling can play both wings. Again, this is just another good attribute to have. Oh, um, Elliot, I'm a man. Big up to Stacey. Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right as well, Stacey. So Stacey just confirming that he is a man, not a female. Stacey is saying I would Reece James from Chelsea. No one else. Do you know what? I'll be honest on this one. I really do like Reece James. I think he is great, but he is always injured. So for that reason, I would not take him. Great player for sure when he's fit, but he spends most of his time injured, which obviously that is out of his control. And it's really unfortunate for him that, he does sustain these injuries. But yeah, for that reason, I wouldn't take him. I would not sign him at Arsenal. That is just too much of a liability. It's a bit like Kieran Tierney as well, who's been, really unfortunate with injuries. My understanding is he's currently injured at the minute. So if you got a player, we do understand, they are going to get injuries potentially. But when they're consistently injured and you've got an understanding of that, I mean, why would you sign a player? That makes sense without sounding too harsh. All right, I am gonna actually. Oh, there is so many comments. All right, I can't get through all of them. I've tried to do as many as I can, but unfortunately, I cannot read every single comment. I mean, if you definitely want me to read your comment, then you can put in a super chat, and you definitely will get me to read it. Big up to Michael saying, wheelchair the marathon. Is anyone, wanting to push me in a wheelchair throughout the marathon? I mean, it's not quite the same. And the type of woman that I am, like, I want to run the marathon. Like, the mindset and the mentality that I have, like, I'm not actually a wheelchair user. So I would love to just run it or walk it or something. I do want to participate. I try not to think about it, but I'm upset. I'll be honest. I am really, really upset that I'm not able to take part in this marathon. And I think I'm even more gutted because I was actually going for a PB as well. So I did want to try and beat my time that I done in this same marathon last year. And I had my plan in place of what I was going to do in order to achieve that. And, I had been training for that. So to be faced with an injury and it's like, okay, now you can't do that, it's quite a lot mentally. So I have an understanding of how players may feel, but obviously it's a bit different because that's their career. But still, I'm an athlete, man. Like, I want to do it. I want to be in that marathon. So I am upset. Has Charlene got her toes or soles out on a stream yet? What? This is wild. You guys love my feet. Tell me. I really want to know. What is the obsession with my feet? Like, I am intrigued. I really want to know what is about my feet. Like, I know you guys love my lucky leather pants. But what is it about my feet that you guys really love? Because I've noticed if I post a picture on Instagram and you can see my toes, there's always like loads of comments about my feet. And now, you want to see my feet on a stream? Like, what is that obsession? Have you got a foot fetish? Just okay. So simply just saying, would love to see them. I mean, they are on Instagram. You can see them there. Eros is saying this is wild. I mean, we always have like at least one wild comment. I must say, every stream there's always at least one comment. AJ, chill. Charlene, he probably has a foot fetish. I mean, he probably does. Charlene definitely got that top from Shein. I mean, what makes you think that? Why would you think that? Are you a regular shop on there or something? Oh, big up to Brax saying, hope you make a speedy recovery, Charlene. Oh, thank you so much. I must say, I am making progress, which I am really happy and excited about. Just, when you're just getting that little bit better each time, like every little milestone is just amazing. And I just feel thankful for all the progress that I've made so far. And I just want to continue to make more progress as well. Big up to Chester saying congratulations on 50 likes. I was the 50th like. I'm sure you was a milestone like on a previous stream as well. Was it 50th or 40th on the previous? But thank you to everyone for liking this video and congratulations to you, Chester. All right. I'm surprised that Kalechi isn't here yet, or is he? Have I just missed his comment? All right, let's start moving on and let's get into these predictions because I'm intrigued now. Oh, look, someone else has just put it. Where's Kalechi? I know. Clearly not keeping an eye on me. Let's get into these predictions and see. Big up to Richo saying, evening, Charlene, and in chat. Good evening to you. How are you doing? Everton fan by the looks of it. Terry is saying, Charlene, I would love Ramsdale at Arsenal. I hope we get him. We do know that he has been linked with a move. But yeah, it's quite sad to think, everything he had done for us. And, now he's on his way out. But, this is football. It is what it is. Raging Demon is saying, Kelechi is busy on his farm chasing the sheep around. Oh. All right, what are you guys saying? Michael, I wouldn't say no. No, you guys are funny. James is saying, I'm not a feet guy, but I'm now also intrigued. Why are you intrigued to know, whether I'm going to show my feet? You want to see my feet or what? Let us know. This is wild. I mean, is this the Friday night excitement? Come and talk about Charlene's feet. All right, I'm going to get into these predictions. I'm going to just pause the feet chat for now. I must say that my feet are looking kind of nice still. Nice and healthy, baby. Wait, what is this? I was just about to move on. And then I see this. Super chats for feet reveal. No, you guys are too funny. It definitely is a happy Friday. Happy Friday for sure. Hell of a stream tonight, Charlene. I know. Is this what happens when I do my stream slightly later? We start getting some wild chats. Let me know in the comments what time do you prefer to do for me to do my streams at an earlier time or a later time. All right, let's see. Let's move on to these predictions. Is Ashoke even still in the chat? All right, so last week, myself and Ashoke did predict what we thought the scores were going to be. So let's see who was close. Just get a bit more. Okay, so last week, we made a prediction. Okay. And what? I thought that was the other way around. All right. So for the first game to kick off the new Premier League season, wait, mate, this is wild. I predicted for Fulham to beat Man U at Old Trafford. I predicted 2-1 to Fulham, and Ashoke predicted 2-1 to Man U. We do know that Man U did manage to scrape that 1-0 win. So I get 0 points and Ashoke gets one point. Does anyone else do this? Like, you'll make some predictions And then you look back and then you're like, wait, that's a bit of a wild prediction to make. Like, what made me predict that? Does anyone else do that? All right. So the next one was Ipswich Town versus Liverpool, which resulted in a Liverpool win of 2-0. I predicted for Liverpool to win 3-1. Shoke predicted for Liverpool to win 2-1. So we both get a point for getting a win. All right. The next one, which, you could just tell by my reaction that I got this one spot on. So I'm getting 3 points for this one, which was Arsenal versus Wolves. I predicted a 2-0 Arsenal win. Ashoke predicted a 3-0 Arsenal win. And we do know that Arsenal did beat Wolves 2-0. So I get 4 points because I also predicted that clean sheet. So, yeah, baby. The next one is Everton versus Brighton. We did see a red card in the Everton game, and Brighton got a 3-0 win in this game. I predicted for a 2-all draw, so I get 0 points on that. Oshoke predicted for a 2-1 Everton win, so he gets 0 points on that. The next one is Newcastle versus Southampton. I must actually, so Ashoke should get 2 points on that Arsenal game because of the clean sheet. Newcastle did get a red card as well, and they beat Southampton 1-0. I predicted for a Newcastle 2-0 win, and Ashoke predicted for a Newcastle 4-0 win. So we both get 2 points for this fixture. Oh, man. The next one was Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth, which resulted in a 1-all draw. I predicted a 1-0 Nottingham Forest win, and Ashoke got this one spot on. He did actually predict a 1-all draw. Oh, mate, I am starting to feel a bit like I may have a forfeit. West Ham versus Villa. What? No. No. So Aston Villa beat West Ham 2-1. I predicted a 2-all draw, and Ashoke got this one spot on. He predicted Villa to win 2-1, and they did. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm actually a bit upset about this. I'm such a sore loser. The next one is Brentford versus Crystal Palace, where Brentford did get that 2-1 win. I predicted a 1-all draw. Oh, mate. So 0 points for me. Ashoke predicted Crystal Palace to win 2-1. So 0 points for him. Oh, man. I'm not impressed. The next one is Chelsea versus Man City. Me and Ashoke both predicted a 1-all draw, and we were both wrong because Man City did beat Chelsea 2-0. So 0 points for that one there. And why didn't I just switch it around? The next one is Leicester City versus Tottenham, which did result in a 1-all draw. I predicted Tottenham to win 2-1. Ashoke predicted Tottenham to win 3-1. I think it's quite evident who the winner of this this week's predictions are, well, last week's. But I'm still just gonna tally this up. Oh God, mate, I got turned over, mate. I am not happy about that at all. Oh, Kalechi is now here. Big up to Ashoke. Not Ashoke, sorry, Kalechi. Thank you for joining. All right, guys, I am not happy. Ashoke smoked me. Listen, I got 7 points. Ashoke got 12 points. This is only match day 1. How is he beating me like that? I am not happy at all. Like, what? How did I allow that? So I've got a forfeit. Kalechi, Charlie wants you to push her in a wheelchair on a marathon. Mate, I did not say that. I did not say that. All right, it definitely looks like I've got a forfeit. Let's go. Oh my God. I'm not happy. Charlene's forfeit is sing a song for us. Oh gosh, what is my forfeit, guys? Be easy on me. Oh my God, I can't believe I've lost. I'm actually really upset about that. I'm not sure about future wife. See you trying to chat up all the ladies these days. Charlene, how can you predict us to concede to Ipswich? Mate, I don't even know. Like, as I'm going through them predictions, I'm thinking, what? Why did you predict that? Like, I don't know where my head was at that day. I'll be real. Charlene got to show feet for losing. Boy, I mean, I don't know about that. All right, let me know what my forfeit is. I'll do it on tomorrow's show, depending on what it is. Guys, I'm actually upset. Like, I can't believe I lost. Like, what? I'm really not happy about that. We need to predict tomorrow's games as well. I am so upset. How can I lose? And like, look at the gap as well. Like, I got 7 points. He got 12. That is outrageous. I am not impressed. Come on, Shah. Maybe I should have got you guys to help me with my predictions. All right, we are going to predict tomorrow's games. I mean, not tomorrow, but this weekend's. Charlene, eat a Mexican chili. How spicy is a Mexican chili? I reckon it is super duper spicy. So I'm not sure about that. You guys know every time I have spicy food, I get hiccups. Like, it's so serious. It's so loud and it's uncontrollable. My nose starts running, my eyes start watering, like everything just kicks off. All right, let's start predicting some stuff. Shoke, are you gonna come live with me? Oh, wasabi. I am not a fan of wasabi. It's got a very distinctive smell, which it's one of them foods that taste how it smells, and it's got this nasty taste. Oh, I can't even describe it. All right, I'm gonna send you this. I cannot even describe like the taste, but I've tried wasabi in, like, when you get sushi and then you get like wasabi and all of that. I love the ginger, I love the soy sauce, but the wasabi, I'd rather just sit and chew ginger than to eat that, if I'm completely honest. All right, Ashake, can you just quickly send me a message on Instagram so that I can reply back to it with the link, if that is okay? So please do send me a message. Wow. 6-0 to Arsenal. Love that, Clive. Okay, sit in a cold water tub for 10 minutes. You want me to freeze my ass off? Like, literally freeze my ass off? I'll probably get frostbites. I don't know about sitting in an ice cold bath. That's torture. I'd rather do an ice bucket challenge. I'd rather do an ice bucket challenge properly than to sit in ice cold water. When you say ice cold, I'm assuming you mean like with ice, like it's freezing. I can dip in and out, but really don't know about anything else. All right, so I've just sent you the link, Ashoke. So hopefully you join me pretty soon and we can go. Sure, nah, not ice cold, normal cold water from the tap thing. Yes, it. You guys just want to see me in a bath. Ice cube down the pants. Well, who's gonna pour it down my pants? Who's gonna pour the ice down my lucky leathers? I think Nico Williams will be the move too, but I can't see him leaving his brother. Says Stacy. PSG not messing around. That would be great if we got Nico Williams. Got an offer here of someone who would like to put ice down my pants. All right, let's just keep these forfeits suggestions coming in. We are going to start predicting the score predictions for this week. I would like to introduce a Chelsea fan who goes by the name of A. Hello and welcome.
Hey, Charlene, how are you? I know you must be very disappointed.
I am. I'm absolutely gutted. Can you just tell?
I know, yeah.
I don't like
But
losing.
listen, if I didn't get those 6 points, I would have lost. But that Villa result and that Forest result got it spot on. So that just saved me from getting my forfeit for week one. But I did it. So,
Literally.
it wasn't even that close, just 5 points difference between me and you. Can you believe it?
I know it just feels a bit of like PTSD from us having that 5 point gap between ourselves and Man City last
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
But I'm gonna just get over it and try and beat you in this week's predictions.
We'll see. We'll see.
We definitely will do, but yeah, I'm not impressed. But it is what it
Yeah.
is. Have you got a forfeit that you feel like I should have?
Oh, there's so many ones.
An
Let me have a
appropriate
think.
one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let's see.
I'll give you some time to think about it. We'll
Yeah,
revisit this question at the end. I'm actually
okay.
quite intrigued, actually, Ashoke. Tell me if I'm just being nosy. What are those pieces of paper that you've got stuck on your wall? Are they like GCSE results or?
It's just for me to help my I've got a job in September, so I'm just weeding out the things I need to like do in order for me to get past.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah, I
Wishing
have
you
it on my
all the
wall.
best.
Well,
Oh, that
thank
is
you.
so amazing. I love that. Wishing you all the best. Do let
Thank
us
you.
know after how you get on with it. Really hope that you
Mm,
do get it. And it's good that
yeah,
you are preparing for it as well. And just
yeah.
make sure you believe in yourself and you're
Mm,
confident, in whatever it is that you're doing. And I'm sure you'll be
yeah,
absolutely fine.
yeah. I will do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Stacey's saying, "What's up, Elijah?"
Oh, Charlene, I got
Yeah.
one. Since you're an Arsenal fan, I
Yeah.
want you to dye your hair red
Oh God.
so that
I
when
am
you
not
go to the
doing
Emirates
that.
Stadium, they will say, man, you've got red hair. Like that's the
I
same
love
color
the
as
accent.
Arsenal. Oh, thank the Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
Um, I do like the thought of that. I mean, I would wear a red wig, but I don't actually color my hair. So this is my natural color,
Yeah.
and I don't dye my hair. Reason being is when I was younger, I did dye my hair blonde, and I had a
Mm,
pretty bad experience from dyeing my hair. So I've just been
mm,
traumatized. I done it at home with a friend. Like we literally parted our hair in half, and I
mm,
dyed like the front bit of my hair, like the top half, blonde, like bright blonde. It was
mm,
too bright for my complexion, and it didn't suit me. And I was like, oh no, I don't want this. Like I literally bleached it, and then the
mm,
next day I dyed it black,
mm,
and then I used to straighten my hair a lot, so my hair got really dry, really damaged. And then like the blonde, obviously where I'd bleached it, the color kept coming through. Every time I straightened my hair, I was in the sun. And yeah, it just wasn't a great experience for me. So I was like, I'm not dyeing my hair again. And I
mm.
never have. So that's
Yeah.
the reason I don't color my hair.
If
Oh,
yeah. Well,
I
I've
can wear a
if
red wig.
yeah. I mean, I want you to wear that for the entire next week because you did the same thing to Doug, remember, when he lost.
Yeah, he still ain't put that fake hair on his head.
Yeah. Or there's another one. Have you heard of the cinnamon challenge before?
I'm not doing that. That could be life threatening.
I know. I mean, listen, if I did that, I mean, I've have to drink plenty of water because honestly, I've seen my friends doing it and I thought to myself, no, let me not do it.
Yeah, see, things like that I wouldn't participate in because it's bad for your health and well-being. And there's been
Mm,
reports of people passing away choking on the cinnamon.
mm,
So that is not something that I'm trying to do for a forfeit. Maybe the red wig is a good idea. Maybe if I could get a
yeah.
nice a nice one, then I can wear it.
Yeah,
Bright red, yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. So I need to
That's your
find a red wig.
forfeit. And I hope I get to see it next week as well.
All right, well, but I hope it gets delivered in time. Red
Yeah.
wig forfeit sounds pretty funny, to be fair. I'll wear it for the entire show. How about that?
Yes. And make sure you order it to tomorrow.
Okay, boss. Can I submit my expenses to you? Amazon delivery, Prime. Is that what we're doing? All right, so I'll take that forfeit. I'm gonna find a nice, sexy red wig to wear. There you go. 60 likes, baby. All right. We did a cinnamon challenge, a drink two super kestrels, one after the other challenge, and a s an onion raw and eat an onion raw challenge. We was mad back then. Oh, that is disgusting. Cinnamon challenge, I would never do. Drink two beers back to back. Ugh, I can't
Oh
even
boy.
down a shot, let alone do that. I'll probably
I,
explode. One
yeah.
after the other and eat a raw onion. Oh, no,
I
you lot are mad. Like, this
listen.
guy is trying to marry me, and look at what he comes up with. Eat gone off chicken. Are you crazy? Like, are you
li-
crazy?
Listen, if Charlene drank two bowls of beer, I just kind of imagine her just, going to someone, telling that I love you, I want to give you a cuddle, like, how are you, saying nice stuff, and then you just lay on the floor, and then someone have to pick you up, and then you say thank you. Like, no, I just can't imagine that one. I just can't.
Well, I am a lightweight, so that actually wouldn't surprise me at all. But yes, I'm not sure about these forfeits. They sound a bit crazy.
We'll go with my
And
one, the first one, the wig bit.
yes,
So that's your forfeit, and that's it.
Kalechi, I'm not even going to highlight that comment. That's just insane. I'm not doing anything that will damage my health. I like
Oh
to take care
yeah.
of my health and my well-being.
Mm,
So these crazy forfeits that are coming in, I am not participating in them at all. All right,
mm,
let's get into some Premier League predictions
mm.
for this weekend's fixtures. Yeah, so we'll stick with that forfeit of
Yeah,
me wearing a red wig. I will find one. So let's
yeah.
start off with Brighton versus Man U. What is your prediction for that one?
Brighton really did well against Everton, and they do have a good record against Man United. In the last 6 games, they've won 5 of them. Of course, last season they did lose, so it's going to be interesting. But I think Man United, again against Fulham, they could have won by more goals. So it all depends if Everton Hart can change the tactics, and it's going to be a tough game. I mean, my first thought is that Brighton are going to win, but I see Man United winning again. So I'm going to go for 2-1 because I feel like Brighton will score, but I think Man United have the quality. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Brighton. Sorry, Man United.
2-1. Okay, cool. Do you know what? I reckon this game could actually result in a draw. I mean, we do see how good Brighton are.
Mm,
Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw on this one.
okay.
I'm hoping I don't sit on the fence too much.
Just go for you have. Don't change.
Yeah. All right, boss. Michael's saying 3-1 United. Clive is saying 2-0 to Brighton. Mr. AG is going 1-1, same as me. TSS is going for a 2-2 draw. Uh, all right. Eros is crazy. I would never wear a Spurs shirt. You must be
Oh,
in.
wow. I cannot
I'm
imagine.
definitely not doing that. That'd be detrimental to my health too. All
Yeah.
right. Tottenham versus Everton. What are you predicting for that one?
Um, Now I know I predicted Tottenham to win against Leicester. That was away from home. But listen, this game is at White Hart Lane, and Everton, they lost the opening day of the season. So let's see if Sean Dice can, play a low block, hit them and counter attack and score. But unfortunately, I have to go for Tottenham to win 3-1 because they will concede. But I think Tottenham are going to win this game since it's at White Hart Lane, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if Tottenham do drop points, I'll be very happy because, I would love Tottenham to be close to the relegation zone because I'm tired of them being above us for this third time in a row. I'm just tired.
Yeah, I hear that. And yeah, I definitely don't like predicting for Tottenham to win either. I don't feel like it is going to be a high scoring game. I feel like this one's got 1-0 written on it. Like you said, they are going to be at White Hart Lane.
Yeah,
The crowd are going to be up for it and everything, but
yeah,
they ain't really a team like that.
yeah,
I'm predicting a 1-0 Tottenham win on this one. I don't even like predicting them to win,
yeah.
but I need to try and beat you because I ain't trying to get 2 forfeits in a row.
If you do
Clive,
win,
eh?
if you do win, then it's fair because if you lose again, oh boy, it's not looking good.
I know exactly. What is this? I need to be collecting some points. We might need to make a table at this rate.
Yeah,
But how about doing a skydive challenge? You lot come up with some mad forfeits. A skydive. That's where you jump out of a plane, isn't it?
yeah.
No, I am not doing that. I mean, I'll take a plane to a nice destination. I ain't jumping out of no plane.
I
No
mean,
way.
listen, you need the parachute, otherwise,
Yeah, exactly. But they do provide all of that. But
yeah,
I can be crazy at times, but I don't think
sky
I've got
girl.
the guts to do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one's a little bit too much. I like to come out the comfort zone, but that's way out the comfort zone. All right, Clive's going for a 2-all draw. What are you guys saying about Jollof Rice? I didn't see that. Michael's going 6-0 Everton. Love that. Eros is saying 3-2 to Spurs. Joe B is saying 3-1 to Tottenham. Would be shocking if they didn't have their shooting boots on 2 games in a row. What team do you support, Joe? Let us know.
must be a Tottenham fan the way I'm looking at it.
Eva saying Eve Basuma back in the lineup after. Oh yeah, he did actually have a 1-match ban. So all right, let's see what the next one is. So Crystal Palace versus West Ham United. What are we saying about that?
I'm gonna go 3-1 to Palace because Selhurst Park, first game under the new manager. Of course, West Ham lost against Villa, and I believe they're gonna lose the game. But if they do, like West Ham, like they had chances to at least get a point, especially at the end. But for me, Selhurst Park, the atmosphere is gonna be electric. Listen, they may sell Elise, but they still got Eze, they still got Mateta, they still got Gui, and and the game against Brentford, like that goal from Eze, I just couldn't believe that goal didn't stand because
I
there
know,
was a free
insane.
kick and the referee blew it before the ball hit above the net, and I had to look on replay, and I thought to myself, I don't see any foul, I don't see anything wrong, so I think Palace will be disappointed, but I think they will bounce back, so I'm going to go 3-1 to Palace.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I feel like this is going to be a Crystal Palace win as well. Like you said, at Selhurst Park, Eberiche Eze, fantastic player.
Yeah.
Another player who, we have had our eyes on. Another player who I would personally take at Arsenal. I am going to go for a 2-1 Palace win on this one. What are the comments saying? Oh, they're talking about some food. Ross, Mr. AG, both going for a 2-1 Palace win as well. The next one is Southampton versus Nottingham Forest. What are you saying about that?
I'm going to go for Southampton win because I watched the game against Newcastle and they really impressed me. Like they had so many chances. Like if they would have had a very good striker, that game could have possibly ended in a draw or Southampton win because I didn't expect Southampton, to put in that performance, especially going to St. James Park. So yeah, I'm impressed with Southampton. Of course, I had them relegated, but if they keep on playing like this, I think they might stay up. So I'm going to go for 2-1. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Southampton because Nottingham Forest did have chances against Bournemouth, but they drop points. So it's going to be a difficult game, but I'm going to think Southampton will win 2-1.
Okay. And obviously, being a newly promoted side, they are going to really want to,
Yeah,
they're buzzing. They're buzzing to be
yeah,
back
it's at
in the
home as
Premier
well.
League as
So I
well.
know the
So,
atmosphere, is going to be electric since they're back. So that's why I'm going to have them to win 2-1. But if they keep dropping points, then it's not going to have a great start for them, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. Joby is going for a 2-1 Forest win. Mr. AG is going for a 2-0 Forest win. Won't say who I support, LOL, keep the peace. So clearly a Spurs fan. Joe, just to let you know, we do have fans from all different football clubs that are subscribed and that do join us on a weekly basis. So this is a safe space to say what team you support. That is absolutely fine. You won't get, any harsh stick. We'll have a bit of banter, whatever, but we got all different fans here, so don't worry too much about that. Chelsea boys going for 4-0. All right, for this one, I'm actually going to predict a Nottingham Forest win. I am going to go for 2-1 on this one. I know Southampton are at home. They're a newly promoted side. Nottingham Forest, they've been in the Premier League already from last season. So, yeah,
Mm.
let's see what they do against this newly promoted side. Did you just
Mm.
sneeze?
No, I just had a bit of a cough.
Oh, okay. So, yes, I am going for that. Michael's saying it's Shockey sounds like he knows you're getting beat again, Shah. Don't say that. Oh, what, from the cough? No, man. I'm going to beat him. Fulham versus Leicester. Ooh, Jamie Vardy. What are you saying?
Mm. Yeah, when I looked at this game, it was a tough
Fulham's at
one for
home.
me because Leicester did what against Spurs or in the second half. Fulham did all right, but they've lost. But listen, it's at Craven Cottage, and sorry to say this, Shaw, Emma Smith Rowe is a Fulham player, so I know that the fans want Emma Smith Rowe to like do what he did in preseason because he scored in every game in preseason. So I feel like Fulham are going to win this game 3-1. And I think Emma Smith will score. It's at Craven Cottage. Leicester, let's see if they can put that performance, the same kind of performance as they did in the second half against Spurs. And if they do, I think they'll win this game. But it's at Craven Cottage. Emma Smith Rowe, let's see what he does in his first home game of the season. So I'm going to go for Fulham 3-1.
Okay. Joe B is going 2-0 to Fulham. I feel like, Fulham, I feel like they did play pretty well last week. They did have opportunities to score as well. This time they're going to be at Craven Cottage. This is
Mm,
going to be, a great time for them to sort of get some points
mm.
against a newly promoted side. I do feel like it's going to be a tough battle. They have got Leno in goal, so he needs to be switched on,
Yeah,
tuned in. They've got Emil Smith Rowe who can bang goals. I
from
sound like
Arsenal
I'm
player,
just
of
supporting
course.
all the Arsenal players. They
Yeah.
got Alexander Iwobi,
Yeah, it will be. There's so many of them, going to Fulham.
literally. So I'm going to predict a 2-0 Fulham win for this one. Sorry, can you just remind me what you predicted? Sorry, I'm really
Okay, 3-1.
to Fulham.
Fulham.
Is that what you actually said? Because you just said, so is this a
No,
revised score?
I said 3-1 to Fulham.
Okay, perfect. All right. Man City versus Ipswich. I mean, I feel like Ipswich are going to get turned over by City.
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah,
it's at the
yeah,
Etihad. I'm going
yeah.
to kick off with this one. I'm saying 4-0 City. Obviously,
I'm
I don't
saying
want them to win, but I feel like something mad's going to happen.
5-0 City. I see Erling Haaland scoring the brace, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan is back. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. Gundogan is back.
How do you feel about that, Charlene? Because I saw many people saying that Arsenal fans should be worried about Icon Gundogan. So what's your thoughts on that one?
I know. I was actually surprised when I actually saw that he is back. We know that he's a great player. When he was leaving City, I was thinking, I wouldn't even mind him coming to Arsenal. But, you know, we just have to stay focused on the things that we can control. You know, we can't control what Man
Mm,
City do and the players that they get and their team. It's just about us going out and performing, you know, at the highest level that we can and just
mm,
obtaining all the points that we can get. So
yeah,
that's where our focus and attention is.
yeah.
And we just have to keep believing. So, yeah, that is my thoughts on that situation.
Mm.
Oh God, everyone's expecting a wild game. 8-0 says Clive. Backside. Joe B saying 4-0 as well, same as me. They run up the score on City. They're definitely going to be getting some capitalizing on some goal difference. Eros is saying 11-0. Now this is mad.
Oh, Jesus. If I
Mercy,
see that, man,
mercy.
I mean, boy, but I don't see that happening. 11-0, nah, nah,
That'd
nah.
be insane.
Yeah,
Empty had 5-0 win.
same as me,
7-0.
boy.
4-0. Adama Traore. Wow, it'd be interesting to see how that one pans out. 5-0. Listen, don't even try that. You tried that last week. Like, it ain't gonna work 2 weeks in a row. No, it's not a bogey, you see.
Wait, hold on. Is he talking about your nose?
Yes. And he
Oh,
done the same thing last week, and I was sitting there like, oh my god, have I
I'm
got
pretty sure there
number?
is not, because if there is, she would be sneezing and use a tissue to blow hard, but I don't see it.
And I clean my nose every day.
Yeah,
I don't have a cold, so I don't feel like my nose is dirty.
yeah,
He's just trying it. All right, so I'm going 4-0, you're going 5-0. Right, the
yeah.
next one is the important one. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Arsenal's going to win this game. Ideally, I'd like a clean sheet, but I feel like we may concede. I'm going
Mm.
2-1 Arsenal on this one.
Oh no, that's what I was predict. That's what I
Don't
was thinking as
lie.
well. Oh no.
Don't lie, Shoke.
No, listen, I did. I said I was about to predict 2-1, but you know what? I think also gonna win 3-1.
Okay.
Before we go on, Charlene, I'm not sure if you watched the interview last week between Robbie and Yardman. Have you watched that one?
Oh, yep.
You know, so I want to ask you a question. Who is the
Uh-huh.
second best manager? Is it Una Emery or is it Arteta? Because Robbie's saying it's Mikel Arteta, but your man's saying it's Una Emery. So let me know your thoughts on that.
I mean, when we look at the Premier League table, last season, the season before, the manager who has obviously won the Premier League has been Pep Guardiola. You
Yeah.
know, the next manager after him is Mikel Arteta. So the table doesn't lie, you know, and that's 2 seasons back to back. And, you know, we are still fighting for that Premier League title. You know, it's Pep versus Arteta. So I
Mm.
think that answers that question. You know, the next best manager is Mikel Arteta for
Yeah.
sure. You know, the table does not lie.
I mean, yeah, I mean, when I looked at it, I was like, boy, they having a heated argument. I do get what Yardman is saying, because he said that the only reason why Una Emery second is because he's won a trophy and Mikel Arteta hasn't. But what
Arteta has won a trophy.
yeah,
He's won
that's what I was
the
gonna
FA
say.
Cup
Yeah.
and he's won the Community Shield twice.
Yeah, that's so for me, I agree on Yardman, but what he needs to realize is that like you guys have been in the Europa League final in 2019 and you lost 4-1 to me,
Yeah,
Chelsea in Baku. Whereas for Mikel Arteta, in his first season, he won the FA Cup and you beat me as well. And you've won the Community Shield. So Una
exactly.
Emery has failed to win a trophy, but Mikel Arteta has. Of course, it's been a very long time since you guys won a trophy, but you're still in the title ways. You're in the Champions League. You have plenty of chance, but I do get what you mean. But I think Mikel Arteta, for me, has beaten, Man City last season. Una Emery hasn't, at the
Exactly.
Etihad. You had 4 points against Man City. They only had 3. So that's a big difference. So I think I have to
Exactly.
agree with Robbie on this one. but we have to wait and see
100%.
what happens. So that's why this game is very important, because we'll also get revenge, or Una Emery do it again, because they done the double for you last season, if we remember, and you guys didn't even score as well in those games.
Yeah, well, this season is going to be a completely different season. We learn, we progress, and we deliver. So that is
Mm,
what we're going to do tomorrow at Villa Park, and when they come to our place as well. We're going to
mm,
secure the 6 points, nothing less than that. I'm
yeah,
feeling really confident about getting a win tomorrow for sure.
yeah,
This season is our season.
yeah.
Mr. AG, 3-0 Arsenal win. Yeah, done know. And Kalechi's sitting here. Charity Shield ain't a trophy. Well, we still won it. We still beat City to win it. So whatever. A win is a win. So, Ashake,
Mm.
what is your prediction for Aston Villa versus Arsenal?
3-1 Arsenal.
All right. Next one is Bournemouth versus Newcastle.
Oh, for this one, I'm gonna go for a Bournemouth win of 2-1, because Newcastle away record is not that great. Really isn't that great. So whereas for Bournemouth, they had the joy against Forest. Last season at home under the new manager, they had a couple of wins, a few draws, and only one defeat. So I believe that atmosphere is going to be electric there. So I'm going to go for Bournemouth 2-1 against Newcastle. I just don't trust Newcastle to get any win, especially away from home. No matter how many managers to bring in, Newcastle away record is just diabolical.
Yeah, I feel like this one is probably going to be a goalless game, if I'm totally honest. Um, when it comes to Newcastle, they're not the sort of team that you're really going to score many goals against.
Mm,
Bournemouth being at home, I feel like it's going to be a very close encounter, really tight. So I'm
mm.
going for a 0-0 on this one.
First, so you think that this will be the first college draw of the season?
Yeah.
So that means you're trying to get at least 5 points.
Good maths.
Yeah. If that does
Oh,
happen, then fair play, but I can't see that being a college draw, to be honest.
that's cool. Michael's going 2-0 Newcastle. Joby's fancying a 3-1 to Newcastle. 1-1, 1-1 draw. So quite mixed opinions here. The next one is Wolves versus Chelsea.
Boy,
You're away.
yeah, that game is going to be difficult. You know, I'm hoping that our manager, plays the right tactics, put the players in the right position, and just making sure that we get a win, because we don't have a good record against Monaco. The last time we went to Wolves and won there was 2019, like 5 years ago. So
Wow.
it's been a very long time. So I'm hoping and praying that the manager, makes the right tactics, the players step up, and we go and win. But I just got this feeling that I'm gonna go for a draw on this one, because I really do want to back my team, but our defense is just weak. I'm just very a bit concerned. And listen, we still have a solid striker, so that's why I'm gonna go for a draw. But if Chelsea do win, I'll be very happy. But listen, we have to win this game, because Man City, I would accept that loss because they're the best team in England. But Wolves away, it's gonna be difficult. But we got better squad than them, so I expect us to get the 3 points. But to be honest with you, if I have to go for my brain, I'm going to say 1-1. But hopefully, I'm wrong.
All right, you're going for a 1-1.
Yeah.
What do you think the chances when you say, starting players in their right positions? Is there any players in particular who you feel
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
important to
Because,
see?
yeah, because I watched the Man City game, I saw Nkunku on the left, Jackson up top, and Enzo in the 10, and Disassia right back. And for me, that didn't work. When Nkunku plays the number 10, he wins, he scores goals. Jackson is much better as a left winger. So that's why we need another striker and another centre back. And I want to, and also Robert Sanchez needs to be on the bench for this one. Philip Jensen, I watched him yesterday, and he was brilliant. Didn't have anything to do. He made big saves. His pass was good, and he doesn't feel nervous when he's on the ball. And that's what I want him to start. But if I see the same thing against Man City, they would most likely to lose that game. So I just really hope Enzo Wesker just change the tactics, put players in the right position. And yeah, I'm hoping that players perform, because that's the only way we're going to win. And if we can be consistent, then I believe we're going to improve for last season. But I'm just worried going into this season for Chelsea, because I really want them to do well. But the way we are, the way these owners are running this football club, I'm just not happy at all. I'm just angry, disappointed, upset about my football club. So, yeah.
What I'm really surprised about is that you're still asking for more players to come into your club when you've got countless players.
I know, listen, I said this
Absolutely
so many times,
insane.
like we need to sell like 15 to 20, because having 45 players is long, is too much. And remember, I told you, yeah, that I kind of imagine that a bus comes to Stamford Bridge, and I see like four stacks, upstairs, like seat one,
No.
upper decker, another one. I just cannot imagine. So you can only have two double deckers, not four. So it's just absolutely
It's
crazy. I just cannot imagine.
insane.
So listen, the transfer window is not over. I really hope that we sell a lot of these players, but I doubt that these owners are going to do it. So yeah.
Mental. I mean, while we are on this subject, we did speak earlier about, Raheem Sterling and the interest about him coming to Arsenal. Quite a few Arsenal fans in the chat was saying, he'd be a great addition because of his qualities and his experience and everything. What is your thoughts on Raheem Sterling current situation and your thoughts on, him coming to Arsenal?
Um, when I saw this statement, I was very surprised, because for me, I wanted Sterling to start against Manchester City, but to me, I don't know why he put that statement out in public, and this was before the game, so it looks like to me he might leave Chelsea. So listen, I think these owners, the way they train our players is absolutely horrendous. Like for me, Sterling has been good enough for Chelsea, but he has some good moments. But sometimes, he 1v1, he just doesn't take players on, doesn't make the right decisions, doesn't get past players and try and shoot. All he just does is just, every time he gets on the ball, he just passes straight to the opposition, and he really frustrates me. Now, for me, I wanted to give Sterling one more chance, but for me, it's these owners, the way they treat Trevor Chalobah, Conor Gallagher, and Raheem Sterling is absolutely horrendous. So, and listen, like if Sterling does leave, if he does go to Arsenal, maybe you guys can do well. But what I'm hearing is that many Arsenal fans have been telling me that they want him on loan, not like a permanent deal. So if he does so for Arsenal, then fair play. But we signed João Felix, and we also signed Pedro Neto that can play on the left wing, and also Mudryk as well. So Charlie, what do you think? What do you want to see? Do you want to see Arsenal buying a permanent deal or just on loan?
I'm quite open. If I'm completely honest, we did see that David Raya did come last season on a loan move. He was Golden Glove winner, and now he got a
Mm,
permanent contract. So I guess, it's not a bad thing having a player come on loan. It's an opportunity to come and sort of test the waters a bit to see, okay, is this player a decent fit for the team? How is this all going to sort of pan out and everything? So if it's a loan move or a permanent move, then that's absolutely fine. I mean, if Arsenal is the club for him and, Arsenal want him to come, then I'm quite open to either or. We was also linked to Mudryk as well. There
mm,
was that interest and the rumours, Mudryk now coming to Arsenal. But it's definitely something about Chelsea where it's like, players of good quality do come to Chelsea and
mm,
they're career doesn't sort of progress on in the right way. Maybe the fact that they've got so many players. How do you keep everyone happy when you've got
Mm,
countless amounts of players, especially when it's like sort of big players as well who want to be playing week in, week out, you know. You've got other players that more younger players that ain't sort of like at that senior level that want to be playing week in, week out. So then when you've got
mm,
players, you know, that are sort of the caliber of Raheem Sterling and things like that, that ain't, you know, sort of getting game time, they're being left out of the squad completely. It's quite
mm.
insane, you know.
Yeah,
Pretty similar to when Ronaldo was at Man U and he was sat on the
yeah,
bench, you
yeah,
know. Absolutely crazy. But all
yeah,
right, we'll get back to the predictions. I completely forgot what you predicted. Was it a 1-1 draw for Wolves versus
yeah,
Chelsea?
yeah,
And for this one, I do feel like, you know, Wolves are probably going to get a result against Chelsea. But I mean, surely Chelsea's got to, you know, pull something out the bag. I'm going for a Wolves 1-0 win. Liverpool versus Brentford is the last one. Big up to you, Pro Case. Mr. AG's going 2-1. So, what are you saying for this one? I feel like Liverpool are going to beat Brentford.
mm,
I may as well kick this one off. I'm going to go for a Liverpool win of 2-0. I can't really see Brentford going to Anfield
yeah,
and getting 3 points there. I
yeah,
know, you know, Liverpool's got a new manager.
mm,
So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Liverpool win.
mm. 3-0
Liverpool,
Liverpool for me.
you're going 3-0. So is Mr.
Yeah,
AG. Joby's going 3-1 Liverpool. Stacey reckons Liverpool will win. Mr. AG's going 2-1. So you're going what? Sorry, 3-1
3-0 Liverpool.
or 3-0, sorry. All right. So that is our predictions for this week. Raging Demons going 3-0, same as you. I really am hoping that I do manage to beat you because I have got a forfeit. I am gonna find a red wig
Mm,
and I'm gonna wear it for the stream next week.
yeah, looking forward to
So
it.
yes, likewise, and hopefully next week you'll be faced with a forfeit.
We'll see. We'll see.
We definitely will. Well, it's been a great pleasure having you on, as always, Ashoke. Always nice to
Thank
sort of hear your
you.
thoughts, your opinions, to get your predictions.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm looking forward to more predictions again next week.
yeah, same. It's been really good so far, isn't it? I really enjoyed it so far.
Likewise.
Yeah,
And keep up your preparation for your job as well. I have faith
will
in
do.
you. And just
Thank you.
remember, whatever's meant to be will be.
Yeah,
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ashoke.
thank you.
Enjoy your evening. See you
Same to
later.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Big up to Ashoke. Always a great pleasure having him here on the show. Guys, do show some love to Ashoke in the chat. So that is our predictions for this week. We have gone through the results, and it is me who has been faced with a forfeit, unfortunately. I mean, you guys haven't been too brutal, to be fair. I mean, wearing a red wig isn't too bad. And Michael is just reminding me that I have to wear it during the prediction. So hoping and praying that it does actually come in time so I can do that. So yes, Ashoke does have a channel. Could you just quickly put your channel in the chat, Ashoke? I believe it is Elijah Talks Football. But if you could just confirm, Ashoke, if you are still here. So this is what I believe Ashoke's channel is. I'm sure he'll be back to confirm that. But yeah, seems like a nice kid, to be fair. He definitely is. Peace, big up all. Thank you so much. All right, guys, listen, I am going to round off here. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, to be joined Bye, you guys. Thank you for sharing your Friday night with us as well, or your day or your morning, depending on where you are located. I will be back again tomorrow. It is match day. As we know, Aston Villa versus Arsenal. So I will be here to preview that game, look ahead to it, and I will be back again with a post-match show. So exciting day that we have got tomorrow. Big up to Stacey, who is going to subscribe to a Showcase. So that is a Showcase. If you guys do want to hear more from him, he is a Chelsea fan. Do check out his YouTube channel, which is Elijah Talks Football. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed today's show. You know that I'm here every Friday, so this is the place to be. Thank you so much. Loving this. Good night to you as well. Take care, Shah. This was fun. Might be back next time. Let's see. Good luck. Oh, well, hopefully we've impressed you, Joe. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure here, having you here and having your participation as well. Great that you guys are all subscribing to a Showcase channel, and he is showing his appreciation there. All right, guys, I will be back again tomorrow just before the Arsenal match to preview the game. Looking forward to speaking to you all and seeing you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.